Yesterday morning, my son Ethan called me, his voice shaking with panic. "Mom, why are all the cards declined? My mother-in-law and I couldn't pay for lunch at the restaurant. People are staring at us." His desperation brought me a satisfaction I never imagined feeling toward my own child. But to grasp why, I need to explain what happened the night before when my daughter-in-law, Brooke, humiliated me in front of the family. I'm 68 and widowed. For years, I've been the personal ATM for Ethan and Brooke. Every whim, every expense came from my savings. But yesterday, while serving coffee in my home, Brooke turned to her visiting friends and said, "That old lady is only good for paying our bills." Ethan laughed like it was the best joke ever. I stood there, coffee pot in hand, trembling with rage. In that moment, I realized I wasn't a mother or person to them, just a walking bank account. For 10 years, I'd bailed them out. When Ethan lost his job, I covered rent for 8 months, $800 each time, from my pension. Brooke's wardrobe refresh, $3,000 on my card. Their Hawaii vacation, $5,000 from my savings. They never invited me. "It's romantic, Mom," Ethan would say. I always paid and stayed silent. 3 months ago, Brooke wanted a new car for safety when they have kids. $15,000 down payment, 2 years of my savings. But after that mockery, something snapped. That night, at 3 a.m., I canceled all 5 extra cards in my name, closed the shared savings account, changed passwords, and stopped transfers. By 6 a.m., I felt peace. At 9:15, Ethan called from Crestview Grill, the fancy spot I'd funded but never visited. "Mom, the cards aren't working. We're humiliated with a $200 bill." The irony was sweet. "Good morning, Ethan," I said calmly. "I've stopped financing your lifestyle." He begged, but I held firm. "You laughed when Brooke said I was just for bills. For 10 years, I've been your ATM." Silence. He pleaded more, but I said, "Solve your own problems. You're 35. I hung up. The phone rang nonstop. Ethan, Brooke, her mom Vivian. I ignored them. At 11, they pounded on my door. "Open up," Brooke shouted. I stayed on the patio, enjoying the birds. They yelled, kicked the door. Brooke called me a coward through the window. I peeked, met her eyes, then closed the curtain. They left after an hour. Calls came from Vivian, my sister Margaret fed a twisted story, even Tyler, Brooke's cousin. All urged me to forgive. I unplugged the phone, craving silence. That evening, I tallied 5 years' expenses, $86,000. Half my pension gone on their luxuries. I reviewed my will, Ethan's sole heir, and decided to change it. Next day, I met my lawyer, Mr. Reynolds. I split my estate, 50% charity, 30% Margaret, 20% Ethan, if he proves a year of independence. At the bank, I added security. The manager said family exploitation is common. I lunched alone, splurging $45, pure joy. Vivian visited, calling it a misunderstanding. She threatened legal action for incompetence. I showed her out, then got a psych eval proving my sanity. Neighbor Nancy checked on me, sharing similar stories. She invited me on a 5-day cruise, $1,500, my first real treat. Ethan visited alone, desperate for $250 insurance. I questioned his spending. He admitted living double their income. For once, he reflected. I feel like an adult now. Brooke met me humbly, apologizing. They budgeted, moved cheaper, cut luxuries. We've learned responsibility, she said. On the cruise, I relaxed with Nancy, meeting others like me. Back home, Ethan visited just to chat, bringing lunch. I updated my will to reward sustained growth. For the first time, hope replaced fear. I've reclaimed my dignity. If you enjoyed my story, support me with a super thanks so I can share more. What would you do in my shoes? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to hear. Let me know where you heard this. For more life stories, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Big hugs, see you next time.